A nigga like me, man, I love the game. I love the hustle, man. I be feeling like one of them ball-playing niggas, you know? Like Bird, Magic or something. Yeah, you know, a nigga got dough. A nigga could leave the league. But if I leave, the fans still gonna love me, man? I get love out here in Harlem, man. I done sold coke on these streets, man. Hash, weed, heroin. As long as niggas is feeling it, a nigga like me can hustle it. That's my gift in life, eh? You know?
This scene is important. It's an important scene to see because first off, what we got to remember is that motherfuckers watch this damn movie here as this. You know what's crazy about it? Is it art imitating life or life imitating art? In the movie, it's a scene where they go and watch Scarface, and then they come out of watching Scarface, and they talk about what effect that had on, you know, the people who saw it and shit like that. Now everybody want to be a drug kingpin and all of that. When niggas watch Paid in Full, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a hood classic. You put that movie on in any trap, and it's like, you know, motherfucker respecting it. You know what I'm saying? They respecting it. Niggas is gonna start watching that shit. Niggas have seen it a million times, but they gonna start watching it. And just like Scarface did in the movie, Paid in Full is doing that for the people in the trap. Like, nigga, we can come up like this right here, and we know what not to do because they made the mistake for us. And niggas is all in the movie saying what they'll do different and all that right there. Niggas is telling you what character they are in the movie. This scene where Mitch is telling A why he cannot get out the game, I felt like this was extremely important to pause right fast, big home. Let me explain something to you, because niggas is taking this as a badge of honor. I'ma die with this trap shit. But he was accurate with what he said. He was accurate in what he said, and that is how niggas feel. But that is not comparing it to a ball player and shit like that. It's not a good parallel, because it actually takes talent to be one of those ball players. You know what I'm saying? Some motherfuckers have the talent, but just God-given shit fucks them up. Not being big enough and shit like that, or being too big. When we're talking about trap shit, we talking about selling dope. He said, as long as they feeling it, a nigga like me, and it's like, well, how are you bragging about that? How are you bragging about selling people something that they want? And even further, when we this is trapology right here. In the trap, you can sell folks shit that they don't want. Motherfuckers want gas. You sold them Reggie. They will take that Reggie if it ain't nothing else around, or if you won't sell them that for the money that they have. Same thing with any drug. They want the Primo, but they get this Mexican mud. They get, you know what I'm saying, this stepped on coke, and it's touch and bust, water whipped ass. You know what I'm saying?
Mainly, I wanted to get high, and I wanted to smoke weed, but my brother only had a pill, and he popped out with the pill, and I was like, what is that? And he's saying it's pill, and it's the blues, and I was like F it at the time, you know? And I guess I just wanted to get high, and I was desperate to get high, being down so long, so.
And they'll take what they don't want. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if they feeling it, but if they feeling it, there's no talent there. So what I'm saying, as a nigga will take that scene as, yeah, I mean, that's the hustler's anthem. It is, but it's not anything that you should brag about, because what that shows is that a 9-year-old, a 8-year-old, stop me when I'm lying, 9-year-old, a 8-year-old can go out there and do something that you're bragging about. If a grown man, regardless of how old, stop trying to find holes, dog. Regardless if they was 17 when the movie was made, dog. It's grown men who are vowing those fucking vows, are making that oath to this little nigga feeling it. A nigga like me can push it, man. Like, and that's what a movie is really. They should get their credit, because they make that shit look cool. Even when it's bullshit. When you break that down, what in the fuck did he just say? But what he just said was exactly what the trap is. There is no reason for you to be, the fuck up was him being proud of it. But it wasn't fucked up, because that is exactly how niggas be moving. Niggas be proud to be able to do something that anybody can do. Literally anybody can do it. You take a heroin addict and have a line of motherfuckers selling heroin, and you show me the motherfucker that he won't buy it from. That right there is the definition of ordinary, not being special. Anybody, just give them a line of people and show me the motherfucker they won't buy the dope from. Please don't try to fucking find no hole in that analogy. Come on, man. You see the point that I'm making. And it'd be crazy, because the motherfuckers who be trying to find holes be the motherfuckers who have never had nothing to do with the life. And it's like, why are you so interested in poking holes in an analogy? And that's not even your life. It's the equivalent of me listening to somebody talk about the intricacies of being a lawyer, and here I come. They're talking about at the bar exam, you know what I'm saying, about, number 13 or whatever the fuck. And I'm trying to poke holes in what they saying, and I've never even been to college. You want to poke holes in my analogy, and you know that you not no gangster. You know you've never been street. That's crazy. That's crazy to me too, but that's something totally different. But I just had to point that out, and because this builds on what I be saying about niggas thinking that, niggas telling niggas, man, and that be them street skimmers that be trying to tell, man, man, COs and fucking, people around the neighborhood telling the dope boy, if you put that format on any business, any legitimate business, you will be a millionaire. You will be running a Fortune 500 company. You just got to take those business skills and put them on that. It's like, that's bullshit. There is no legitimate business where it doesn't matter. No, there is no safety code. There is no licenses. Please don't. Please. Please. There is no licenses. There is no... the people coming in and checking and shit like that. To my real dope boys, don't play with me on the weed shit, man. Don't do that. There's not gonna be a legitimate business where all you have to do is be there, and that is your sale. Anywhere in legitimate business, you're going to have direct competition that you cannot just kill. That have relationships that go far deeper than what you want to do. You think because you used to be a dope boy, everybody gonna move out the way and, oh, he used to be a dope boy, let him get his spot. Because no. You finna have to go, so just like how you jumped off the porch, you're gonna do it all over again. But in a legitimate world, where they just as cutthroat as the streets, but in a different way. So no, just because you sell dope, don't think that you always got a backup plan that you can just go and get in legitimate business because you know how to sell dope. supply and demand, dog. That is, come on, man, come on. And I understand, like, maybe they just telling them that so they can get out the street. Listen to me, we passed that, because what happens right there is when you send somebody into something, expecting that their dope boy mind is going to be able to figure out business. Just, oh, fuck everything. You know how to handle business. So you just go out there, any business that you choose, you'll be able to take over. That's the picture that they paint. When in reality, you will have to work for years, 5 years, just learning the landscape of whatever business you want to get in. And then 3 years after the 5 to start making money if you did those first 5 years diligently. Nobody's going to pay you for those first 5 years where you're researching. You're going to have to work a bullshit job while you're learning. And you can try to do it while you're trapping. But while you're trapping, and you can be researching at the same time, there go your Fed charge and all that shit out the window. The bottom line is you have to get out the street. That's that. But with the dope boy mindset, you got to listen to that clip. As long as niggas is feeling it, a nigga like me can. Niggas feel like it's a honor to be the nigga out there that's selling the dope, or being the nigga who got the dope. And it's because just like a CEO or a bitch that work at the DMV, or the store I just told about, the bitch up there at the fucking taco place. Motherfuckers go to these jobs because they don't have what they have at the job in their real life. Internet niggas is another good example. But the CEO goes to jail and wants to be take that fucking towel off that light, pull your pants up. They want to control people because in their real life, they don't have any control over anybody. They get bossed around and slapped around, so they want to give, just like the bully in school. The DMV bitch, she don't know man want her, so every time somebody come up there, she want to give them a hard time. I don't know what you need, baby, because I don't need somebody come. So it's the same thing with the nigga who is scared, just fucking petrified of the real world because they see him for what he is. But in the trap, oh man, and you can't go anywhere else and get that. Nigga can't even go out of town and get that in another motherfucker trap because he'll have to, be looking over his shoulder. He got a situation to where he can just be the man, and you know what I'm saying? With other fucked up people, they either dumb or they on dope. And this is why the street is such a tornado, it's such a storm, wild storm. You can come up and fall off on the same day. You can be at your highest and die. We see it plenty of time when niggas getting out of jail and get killed. That's the street. And that's what happens when you have a place. I wrote this, quoted myself saying, anywhere where stupidity is advocated for, anywhere where stupidity is celebrated, it's a death trap. You know what I'm saying? You need to get far, far away from that. But that's what the trap is. That's what the street is. You got dumb people and you got people who are just in a loop. Just the day they started doing whatever drug, that's the day they stopped growing. And that's why a lot of times you'll see a crackhead that'll, have childlike mannerisms. Be like a baby, crying and all kind of shit. But yeah, I don't want to dash nobody hopes to the rocks, but I think we need to speak clearly and say what it is. Yeah, you can, but so can everyone else. If they feeling it, you can push it, but so can anybody else. You know what I'm saying? And you should not be proud of that. You should strive to do something, be able to do something that no one else can. You fucking Dog, you got niggas who go to prison, come home, go to prison, come home, and they just continue. They never stop. It never crosses their mind to stop selling dope. Now, using that type of determination, you can, probably have something good going on. But as far as a Fortune 500 company, that shit needs to be dashed to the rocks. And we need to save those type of encouragements for, people who are pushing themselves towards that. Like I said, I understand why a person would say that, but just in case, because with the Scarface, that had real fucking effects on people. Paid in Full had real effects on people. Why wouldn't a person in real life saying that you can run a Fortune 500 company, why wouldn't that have a real effect on somebody? So no, that's not what that is. You haven't proved that you can run a business in the real world. And just like with the music shit, what you'll learn in business is very little of that shit has to do with how good your product is. In the real world, what matters the most is the thing that you don't need in the trap, which is marketing and promotion. You don't have to fucking market and promote what you got. Nigga got the money 9 times out of 10. He want weed no matter what you got, he gonna fuck with it 9 times out of 10. This is why niggas died over blocks and buildings and corners, is because this is a dope block. Never had to pass out no flyers. Hey man, I got the goddamn, real deal. No, pass out no business card with no shit like that. And that is the hardest part about the legitimate business. People, dog, you know about the Super Bowl. You know about motherfuckers. Marketing and promotion is key. Tax corporations. That, if you have to do that in the dope world, then you know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of nigga is you? Marketing. Dog, you've never seen no boss nigga. Oh, I got goddamn gas. Good gas on deck. That's a nigga outside the gas station. And that's as far as the marketing and promotion go. Got that good gas. Oh, that big home. Oh, that's where it came from. A big home. That's where it came from. But yeah, so now, you gotta really, you gotta understand there is no celebration in being a dope boy. You know what I'm saying? You celebrate graduate from college, and it's, niggas talk about that. You know what I'm saying? You graduate, you are celebrating a nigga getting out of jail. Anybody can do that. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can go to jail and get out. Y'all throw him a whole party. I just graduated college, and all I got was a text message. You know what I'm saying? So that I can understand that. We have to stop doing that. We have to stop doing that. Let the dead die. Let them dead niggas die. I used to tell Max that all the time. Let them dead niggas die. You know what I'm saying? If a nigga want to be in the street because that's all he feel like he can be, bury him. Let them, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you in the street, you already dead. Well, you don't got to sit by the phone and wait for the call. You can even have your funeral for that person, so you can go ahead and get over it. But that motherfucker is dead. Whether it be a long prison sentence or whatever, but that person you knew is dead. If they want to, hit the easiest target and be in the street, they don't want to strive and try, let them die. We don't have time for that. And we have to stop praising that. There is no honor in being no fucking, because if it was, you better look down the line at the dope boys. They've made it to where you can't even have no honorable gang members who deserve to be celebrated. Once we change what's cool, we won't have to play with the English language. What's gangster is taking care of your kids. No, it's not. What's gangster is to kick the door in and kill the whole family. That's gangster. Because that nigga was going to tell, and they killed the whole family. That's gangster. What's good is that man supported his whole family. That's a real man right there. You don't have to itch and sketch on nobody's fucking words. What's wrong with being a real man? Why you can't say real man? Why the fuck is gangster better than real man? That's the problem. That's the problem. So I just wanted to make sure that we spoke on that, man, and you know, I'm a, you know, if I can find more movie references, I'll find them. But that was just that one just touched me this morning. Pause. It touched me, and I had to speak on it because that scene just, it makes all the sense and no sense at the same time. It makes all the sense because he is really in character, because that's really how niggas feel. But it makes no sense because that's really how niggas feel. And it doesn't make sense. You being able to sell something that people want deserves no honor, no credit, no praise. When you sell something in a market where there's competition and you know what I'm saying, where you're not competing with 8-year-olds, that's where you can brag. So that's what I strive for. Like I said, before I was #1 in the state, I wanted to be #1 in my city. And now Tattoo Operations is the #1 in the state of Alabama. And you gotta remember, I'm right here by Atlanta. So, and Miami. So we're working on that. But the state of Alabama is ours as a production company. So that's, and those are the type of, you know what I'm saying, goals that I feel are honorable. Shout out to King Erna. I feel like those terms and those goals are honorable because it's not something that a child can do. It's not something that any grown man can do. You have to be extremely focused in order to do it, and you're gonna have to sacrifice. And it doesn't have to, it has nothing to do with tearing anyone else down. Simply you outworking and outthinking the next man. So that's what that is. I appreciate y'all. Like I said, we got a lot of new shit coming. Just stay tuned. We working.